Good morning. It is the 6th of December 2022. Happy holidays and special blessings of wellness to all facing or have faced any kind of recent hardship. However, you have a testimony that the Lord is blessing you right now. And yet, you still have a heart that sings and rings. This great heart of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this great heart of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This great heart of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. That was my favorite part of the movie, documenting Tina Turner's life. And the little girl gets pulled by the ear because she has too much joy in singing This Little Heart of Mine. Oh, yeah. Anyway, to all of us having a very special appreciation for Mr. Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, let's share a fist bump. Pow! For his manifestation of inspirational excellence on last night. And to share in that excellence that he put on display in the last 2 minutes of the game, I'm going to have a piece of tasty cake chocolate cupcake. That's my second favorite treat by Tasty Cake is the chocolate cupcakes. That finish was so good, it even deserves a few kernels of popcorn. Popcorn. Woo! Popcorn, chocolate, Tasty Cakes, and lemon pie by Tasty Cake. I tell you, the Lord is blessing me with some extra joy this morning for that win. And let me move on so that I can keep winning throughout the day and achieve some things today. The core of my purpose for this specific video, let me get that sip of water in as well. Because water is so good, you can't just take a sip sometimes. Anyway, to the core of why I'm making this particular video. I wanted to make a video a couple of days ago. I laid down to just clear my mind so I could clarify the thoughts that I wanted to put into documentation. But my desires got shifted by a divine dream that I had before producing that particular video. And so I scratched the idea for that video because in the dream there were presidents lined up along the wall or a wall, and it was as if all of the photos were in a mist. And not only were they in a mist, the photos were in alignment, and I could see about 10 maybe photos, and I wanted to try to memorize them while I was in the dream. I was trying to see for myself who those individuals were. I didn't know if they were presidents in succession with predecessors and successor kind of order. I just know they were presidents lined up because I could remember looking at them individually and say, oh, that was president, and that was president, and that was oh, and Nixon, he was right here. And I wanted to try to be able to regurgitate all of them, uh, but when I awoke from the dream, I couldn't. Only one I remember was the one that I tried to remember in the fallout of the lineup of the photos. So I grabbed my notebook to try to document the dream. Some dreams need to be documented, while others, just came because you had a little too much pizza or something. Before you went to sleep, one of them weird kind of dreams. It wasn't really something that was a significant enough dream to try to go document, and remember and try to interpret kind of things. And so uh, this is some of the notes that I wrote down on the paper as I went down this rabbit hole, and that's how learning and study can be. Whatever you learned can spark the idea of additional research. So I wrote Nixon's name down, and then Ford, Johnson, and a few other presidents' names down, just to get the memory sparked for what I had seen in the dream. And so I Googled the word presidents, and instead of a list of presidents coming up to see if I could match oh yeah, I remember seeing that picture, da 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 da. But it didn't necessarily give me a list. It started talking about the office of presidency and some data about it. So I don't know why I jotted down Grover Cleveland, but I wrote his name down. It said that there are 5 living former presidents: Jimmy Carter, Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Obama, Donald Trump. George H.W. Bush died November 30th, 2018. I was jotting down some facts, and I knew just from previous research that there had been 8 presidents born from that Virginia, and that 8 of the 45 have been birthed. You got other birthplaces, New York and Massachusetts and things of that nature, but I just focused. I said, well, maybe the 8 photos or so that I saw, and I don't think Nixon was one of the ones born out of Virginia. So I was trying to just figure out who those other presidents were. So here, still with the notes, it said that William Henry Harrison was the shortest term president for 31 days, and that Franklin D. Roosevelt was in presidency in the office for 12 years, and he served more than 2 terms. He was the longest president. And then I just kept writing and looking and trying to figure out this dream and why God gave the dream to me. So 8 presidents born in Virginia. Of course, George Washington. His birthday is February 22nd. The 13th of April, we have Thomas Jefferson and Shadwell. 16 March is James Madison. born in Port Conway. And then the 28th of April's birthday for James Monroe, born in, I think, Monroe Hill. The 9th of February, William Henry Harrison, he's born in Charles City County. The 24th of November, Zachary Taylor in Barboursville, Virginia. I'm just writing stuff down just to get a clearer understanding of why I was given this vision. And maybe the vision was just to, you know, to inspire the additional research. 29th of March is John Tyler, who's Charles City County. And the 28th of December is Woodrow Wilson, Staunton, Virginia. And many of you know that, you know, I look at some of these presidents from time to time because a few of you great men and great women that I've served have picked up on that fact in me wanting to understand presidents and their contributions to shaping the United States. Well, again, at least my rideshare customers know that for holding conversations for our journeys, it's good to have great conversations about topics of people's interest. There were, again, about those 10 presidents. So when I got those documented, I'm sitting at the desk and I'm saying, this isn't, still not feeling like that this is all I was supposed to get from that dream. So I did a little bit of further research. And one moment, please. Okay, and for finalizing my documentation of the dream, or just jotting down some notes, I said, you know what? I'm still not satisfied with the spark thoughts that I have, and I asked myself another question based upon this weekend being the time that I had the dream. I said, well, what presidents were born around this time of year? So I looked through all of the birthdays, and it said that Martin Van Buren, born in Kinderbrook, New York, his birthday was the 5th of December. So I had to make a special notation of that, and noted that, again, yesterday would have been his birthday, and he was the 8th president of the United States. They title him the father of the Democratic Party and the two-party system that we have today. So there's a lot of other annotations about his contributions and them considering him not one of America's favorite presidents because of an economic challenge that came upon the nation during his presidency. So he's not one of the most remembered names in the lineage of presidencies. So thank you for allowing me to share my dream, and I will maybe pick up from that dream and zoning in on further looking into Martin Van Buren's presidency. Because yes, you can go down a rabbit hole you find out a topic and then study the depression and things of that nature, just from uh, information that's given about any particular presidents in that season or those years, 1800s, 1700s, and tell you some more stories about some interesting things that I've learned. Have a great start to um, this week during the holidays, and may you have some awesome discoveries of your own this coming week.